Tonight at 10, protesters take to the Capitol again, asking for Governor Walker to not sign a set of lame duck bills into law.
This is News 3 at 6.
Protesters took to the steps of the Capitol building today to express their disagreement with the latest lame duck bills. They say they're now looking forward to elections in 2020. News 3's Adam Duxter was there and joins us with their message and the Republican response. Adam?
Well, Amanda, advocates from around the state are meeting in Madison, where they're unveiling their plan to get more than 1 million new voters registered in time for the 2020 election. Now, also in attendance today, Democratic lawmakers, including Representative Chris Taylor and Secretary of State Doug LaFollette. They say the latest lame duck sessions are an abuse of power from outgoing lawmakers and urge Governor Scott Walker to veto the bill that would limit the power of incoming Democrats.
They have gone and hidden behind closed doors in secret to conspire and contrast a direct assault on the orderly and peaceful transition of power, which is not just a hallmark of this state, but a hallmark of the United States of America.
Earlier this week, Speaker Robin Vos said the lame duck sessions weren't made to make things unfair, but to make them equal.
Doesn't guarantee we're going to win. Doesn't take power away from Tony Evers. What it does is it actually just make sure that we have an equal amount of power at the table.
Now, the fate of the lame duck bills that could potentially limit the power of incoming Governor Tony Evers and incoming Attorney General Josh Kaul now rests in the hands of Governor Scott Walker. We learned today that Walker and Evers spoke on the phone about the bill, with Evers urging Walker to veto it. And we'll hear more from incoming Governor Tony Evers tonight at 10.
All right, thank you, Adam. Dave Caulfield joins us now with your first alert forecast. Hi, Dave.
Yeah, Amanda, we saw a little bit of sunshine today, but really the atmosphere leaving a lot to be desired outside. Visible cloud track showing those stubborn clouds kind of around all day today. And we did see some peaks of sunshine, don't get me wrong, but I was hoping for a little bit more on this Saturday. Hopefully, we'll get some more tomorrow. Live look in Madison, the WISC-TV Skycam, currently at 27 degrees, calm winds, so that wind chill is also at 27. And you can see where the clouds are and kind of where that snowpack is, so cooler to the north, closer to where we have that snowpack in Watoma at 20, 26 in the Dells, 27 in Madison, and 27 in Janesville. So really not feeling all that cold right now, especially compared to the last few nights and mornings. Wind chills are pretty close to what the thermometer is actually suggesting, because the wind really not all that strong with high pressure overhead. Temperatures and winds over the next 12 hours will be falling through the teens, and I think that's where we'll start off our Sunday morning. Some sunshine on the way, hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, and highs should be right around 30 degrees. We'll talk about when this salt and pepper seasonable weather will end and what to expect for the middle of next week in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dave. Nearly half a year after the Sun Prairie explosion, a nonprofit organization that helped displaced families pick up the pieces is doing some rebuilding of its own. Sunshine Place is expanding to meet the increasing needs in its growing community. Our Madeline O'Neill has the story.
It can take a tragedy to bring the importance of a group like Sunshine Place to light.
It's a huge blessing.
After the devastating explosion in Sun Prairie,
I will definitely be in touch, okay?
the Community Resource Center helped displaced families rebuild.
Oh, this place helped out a lot.
Now that the dust has settled a bit, Sunshine Place continues to provide necessities to Sun Prairie families like Rebecca Burford.
Besides helping us with food, it helps us with a sense of security, well-being, and other things. So it's a great facility.
I have a really rewarding job.
Sunshine Place Executive Director Joanna Cervantes helps families build better lives.
This is our home.
But that home
We're really constrained for space.
needs some help itself.
Within 2 weeks, we served 207 families. And as you can imagine, having 9 parking spaces, that's not sufficient.
Get this building started.
Sometimes to build things up, you first have to tear them down. This house next to the center, decorated by DECA kids as a symbolic gesture, is making way for a pantry expansion and a new parking lot with 37 spaces.
It was amazing.
In a full crowd, you can spot anyone from the governor-elect to kids excited to see things knocked down.
I think that was the greatest highlight of just seeing how happy they were.
Proving that sometimes all it takes to show what a place means to a community is a celebration.
And it's nice to see Sun Prairie residents getting involved in not just the being served part, but they're part of that rebuilding. So we're doing this collectively with the community.
This place deserves to grow. It's just been such a great resource for us.
In Sun Prairie,
Just feels like a family.
Madeline O'Neill, WISC News 3.
Sunshine Place hopes this new expansion will increase the amount of people that they can serve. Their range of services include meals, free legal services, and holiday gifts. Reindeer promoting reading. It's the 6th annual holiday celebration at the Verona Library, including music, snacks, and crafts, and photos with the reindeer, all for free. But this is not the only way they're hoping to attract more visitors. This month, Verona Library became fine-free, joining Middleton and Monona libraries. It's a growing trend in libraries across the country. They've found that having fines doesn't stop people from turning in materials late if they have the money to pay for it. But that's not true for everyone.
For people where fines are a barrier financially, it means that they just don't come back ever. And so by eliminating the fines, we're hoping that those people will come back and use the library again.
This means you can keep your materials for about a month longer, but after that it is considered lost and there is a fine for that. If you currently have fines, those will be waived, giving everyone a clean slate this holiday season. Thousands of people explored Madison this summer, trying to get a picture with all of the unique Bucky Parade statues spread throughout the city. Many of the statues' artists gathered today at the State Street University bookstore to sign a new coffee table book showcasing the statues. One family says it's fun to be able to meet the artists behind those designs.
Well, I think it's great for them to be able to meet the people that actually made the statues and be able to see like how they did, how they made them and share the stories, because we have stories about all the ones we went to too.
If you'd like one of the books, you can go to the University Bookstore's website. We will put a link to that on our website, channel3000.com. Coming up, a colorful and warm way a group of crafters is remembering their late friend, the donation they're making in her honor. When we come back. Welcome back. A quilting guild in Madison is honoring their late friend by making a unique donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Their gift helped not only the group mourn, but gave comfort to those in need. Chris Lundberg has the story.
People all deal with loss in different ways, but for this group of women, they kept their hands busy by making quilts for a cause. Well, actually over 100 of them. If the High Country Quilters ever had a master craftsperson, it would have been Ann Smith.
Ann was the most positive, wonderful, exuberant person.
She made this group a home, stitch by loving stitch.
The thing about Ann was that she was always willing to help others.
And her loss nearly ripped them apart at the seams.
That really shattered us for quite a while.
Ann and her husband, Rusty, were visiting Australia for the birth of their grandchild when they got into a fatal car accident.
She had been looking forward to being a grandmother, and after such positive, wonderful news, it was very hard to hear that she was gone.
More than just her memory, what Ann left behind was fabric, and lots of it.
Ann, you had a heck of a stash.
Her daughter asked the Quilting Guild to use the materials to make quilts for the Ronald McDonald House of Madison.
When families check in, we try to make them feel as much comfort and welcoming as we can, and these quilts and blankets are just wonderful because they're just that personal touch.
Over 100 quilts later, the High Country Quilters say that Ann's memory is in every hem, hoop, and hand stitch.
The fact that people came from all over the state to contribute really says something about Ann and how she touched people's hearts.
The circle of life in each cozy quilt.
Giving just keeps on giving. Ann was a very giving person, and we tried to take the spirit that she lived.
The Ronald McDonald House said that this gift came just in time for the holiday season. If you're interested in giving, you can check out the details on their website. For News 3, I'm Chris Lundberg.
The High Country Quilters meet regularly. They say that this entire project has been a healing process for them all. Coming up next on News 3 at 6, the holiday shopping season is in full swing, and topping many people's lists this year, smartwatches and fitness trackers. But there's a lot of options. Next, Consumer Reports shares their favorite.
Chilly temperatures and hopefully some sunshine will come with us into the start of next week. We'll talk about some changes, though, for the middle of the week in your forecast coming up.
The holiday shopping season is here. Maybe you're thinking about giving one of those smartwatches or activity trackers as a gift, but aren't sure which one is best for your fitness fanatic. Consumer Reports has some easy shopping tips to help you make the right choice.
Wearable tech gadgets like fitness trackers and smartwatches are getting cheaper while allowing consumers to do even more right on their wrist.
It gives me text messages, alerts, things like that. It gives me my alarm too. It's like I don't have to have my phone on me all the time, so it just makes it a little bit more convenient.
You might be thinking about giving or getting one as a gift this holiday season. When it's time to shop, Consumer Reports says think about what you're going to use it for.
If you just want something that's going to count steps, maybe track your heart rate, a fitness tracker probably covers what you need. If you're going to do more reading emails, if you want the latest sports scores, the weather, you might want to look at a smartwatch.
Some trackers may have text and call notifications as well. CR says you should also think about how tech-savvy the person who will be using it is. Lots of bells and whistles won't mean much if you don't know how to use them.
The good thing about devices that don't do as much is they're oftentimes a lot easier to use. Fitness trackers are a good example of this. They're easy to pair, they can count steps, they can track your heart rate, they'll even track your sleep patterns, and you really don't have to do a whole lot.
When it comes to charging, fitness trackers will last for days, while some smartwatches need to be charged each night. But during the day, smartwatches with cellular service let you leave your phone in your pocket or even at home.
Now that comes at a price. Not only does the watch cost more, you're going to have to pay your carrier more for that privilege.
For a smartwatch, Consumer Reports recommends the Apple Watch Series 4. And for a fitness tracker, CR likes the Fitbit Charge 3.
And if you're shopping for a fashionista, CR says you may want to give a smartwatch where there are a number of stylish interchangeable bands. And keep in mind, fitness tracker bands made of synthetic materials have been a problem for some consumers, causing rashes or even deteriorating quickly. All right, Dave, are you done buying all your Christmas gifts? Time is a-ticking.
For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Stevie Wonder said that. But also for once in my life, I think I'm actually doing pretty good on the Christmas shopping front. However, I am watching my watch for another reason, and it has to do with the sunset. We are entering the darkest time of the year. In fact, the sunset tonight, if we can call this tonight, 4:22 p.m. and that's the earliest of the year, and that will happen again tomorrow and then on Monday as well. And really this time of the year, we take all the sunshine that we can get, and stubborn clouds today really kind of ruined some plans for me. Only a little bit of sunshine showing up on our time lapse in Madison on the Edgewater sky cam, but I do think we have more chances to see that sunshine tomorrow and into Monday and Tuesday. So that's the good news. We're not done with that sun just yet. We're done with the sun for tonight in downtown Madison on the Edgewater sky cam. We have mostly cloudy skies in play. Today's high actually almost to 30 degrees, about 3 degrees below where we should be. Really all the action because of high pressure keeping all the weather to the south is to the south of southern Wisconsin, across portions of Mississippi into Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. Getting that snow on the way over the next couple of days could be a significant snow system for them, but high pressure keeping us quiet and seasonally cold outside. Temperatures at 27 in Madison, 26 in Milwaukee, 25 in La Crosse, and 25 in Dubuque as we zoom in. 27 in Janesville, also the same in Platteville, and with the clouds overhead, 28 in Mineral Point. Wind chills really not any different than what the thermometer is suggesting. High pressure keeping our winds relatively light. Our high temperature trend, though, over the next week or so, we are getting back just slightly above normal for this time of year. However, the corresponding warm up does correspond to a little bit of rain and snow shower activity possible for the middle of next week. Tonight, a few clouds, seasonally cold with temperatures once again in the teens. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and continued cold, highs right around 30 degrees once again. So clouds here and there over the next few days. The problem is we have kind of some moisture just above the Earth's surface where we can get some peaks of sun, but a totally sunny day is not looking all that likely anymore. However, I'll take mostly sunny skies this time of year with temperatures staying right around 30 degrees. There is a chance of maybe seeing some activity by the time we get to the middle of next week. Still, though, we are noticing some differences with those model runs, so we'll keep an eye on that. But that's really when the active weather starts to begin with temperatures in the mid-30s.
Well, the Badgers volleyball team going for the upset of Big Ten rival Illinois in the NCAA tournament. We'll have highlights from Champaign. That's next in sports.
And first on Fox at 9, Wells Fargo says a computer glitch is to blame for an error that cost more than 500 customers their homes. Hear the story of one family as they tried to rebuild their lives. That's tonight on Fox 47.
Well, the Badgers volleyball team was one match away from an appearance in the national semifinals. But first, 6th-seeded Wisconsin, they would have to get past 3rd-ranked Illinois. The two teams split the regular season series. The Badgers, interestingly, though, they won at Illinois on October 3rd. A packed house for Kelly Sheffield in Champaign in front of 4,000 fans. The Illini taking the first set, but Wisconsin fighting back in the second here. Set point, and Tiana Williams, she would get the block. The lone senior on the team also getting her 1,000th career kill in the game, and we are tied. Illinois taking the 3rd set, and then late in the 4th, Badgers coming back from behind, but Illinois getting the last word this season, 25-23 in the 4th set to win the match. 3-1. Wisconsin has been eliminated from the NCAA tournament. They finished the season 25-6. Well, it's a 125th meeting between Wisconsin and Marquette, and interestingly enough here, the road team has won 6 of the last 8 in this rivalry. The Badgers lead the series 67-57. But both teams pretty good this year. Wisconsin ranked 12th in the country, and Marquette is 7-2 this season and in the top spot in the Big East. This one in overtime right now, still going on as we speak. We have 25.3 seconds left. Marquette in the lead, 71-67. Ethan Happ leading the way, 32 points for him, 9 rebounds. It's also his birthday today, so hopefully they pull this one out in the last few seconds here. Meanwhile, the Badger women on the road against a Green Bay team they haven't had success against in the past decade, but will pick it up in a tight ball game in the second half. Megan Pingle, good from downtown. That'll put Green Bay up by 1. But the Badgers respond, and it's former Phoenix guard Alex Luring. She sinks the jumper as Wisconsin retakes the lead. Third quarter winding down, Frankie Wirtz finds Jen Wellnitz. She's good from the corner pocket right as the buzzer sounds. Green Bay taking a 42-36 lead going into the fourth quarter. But the Badgers not backing down. Marsha Howard banking one off the glass to make it a 7-point game. But Green Bay too tough down the stretch. Wisconsin falls 55-46. High school girls action tonight as well in the Badger South. Oh, so cute. Undefeated Stoughton hosting Monroe in the first year. Sydney Hilliard currently leads Monroe in points per game, steals it away, scores for the Cheesemakers. And then later, it'll be Bryn Sproul with the ball. She'll take it in and then go back out to Megan Margie, and she will knock down the 3. Vikings take the lead. We go to the second now. Emma Kissling with the ball. She'll drive all the way up to the hoop. More points for Stoughton, but it'll be Hilliard again. This girl's so good. Passes out to Grace Tostred. She nails it from downtown, and Monroe handing Stoughton its first loss of the season, 53-52, the final. The Badgers women's hockey team, they know what strong starts look like. Top-ranked Wisconsin has outscored its opponents 34-8 in the opening period of games so far this season. But a little tighter game today at St. Cloud State. Britta Curl getting the Badgers on the board first in the first. Wisconsin didn't score again until that goal in the third. A 2-goal period with a goal from Mackenzie Steffen, and then later an empty netter from Annie Pankowski. She's on a 7-game goal streak. Badgers moved to 19-1 on the season. They're now on winter break. They will not play again until January 11th. The men's team wrapping up 2018 as well tonight at the Kohl Center, going for the series sweep against Michigan State. Wisconsin won 5-3 last night. Tonight also the second annual teddy bear toss. So if you're heading to the game, bring a bagged stuffed animal to throw onto the ice after the final horn. Now all of the bears and other animals will be donated to Toys for Tots. And speaking of animals, these are live animals. Check out the halftime entertainment of today's women's hoops game at Green Bay, a wiener dog race. Now there were some very speedy dogs who took off right from the start. And then there were a few others who decided that slow and steady was going to be their pace. You know, just check out all the scenery around you, right? And then later, I love this dog. How cute is he? And then one dog later decided that saying hi to every human along the sideline was way better than racing their companions. But that is the winner of the race there, the wiener dog race. I would have paid good money to have been there for this, but you know.
And one had a little Christmas sweater on.
I know. Look at one was a referee too. Look at the little ref outfit on one of those guys too.
Oh
How
my
cute are
gosh.
they?
It's like a bodysuit in swimming. Like it should be like performance enhancing drugs, like that kind of thing. That is so cute.
So
the weather, not that cute outside right now. But it is a little bit warmer than it was at this time yesterday. Temperatures in the 20s. Tomorrow, pretty similar story. Sunshine, hopefully on the way for the afternoon. Temperatures starting in the teens, highs near 30.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.